Welcome back to Fred Achando Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. For those who watched Raila's Jacaranda rally, there is one question that remains in their mind. Why did Raila appear very emotional? You and I understand, if you've been following Raila rallies and his speeches, we have never seen Raila very emotional as he was today. The tone and the body language was that of a wounded lion. What is really happening, ladies and gentlemen?
Sisi wawaje kututisha sisi hatuwezi kutishwa na Bwana Ruto na Bwana Gachagua. Sisi ni wa Kenya na tutakuwa Kenya hii. Wameiba ushindi wetu, au sitaki waongeze na matusi. Sisi tunadai haki yetu na tuko tayari kukufa kupigana kwa haki yetu. Tunataka Wakenya wajitokeze, wasimame imara bila kutuletea kura yetu ambayo iliibiwa. Hakuna haja ya uchaguzi mwaka 2027. There will be no 2027 mpaka tusafishe uchafu ya 2022. Na hiyo there are no two ways about it. We will stand firm. We will defend the right of Kenyans to elect leadership whom they want. Kwa hivyo ni mwanzo hapa, ile mkutano ambayo tuliahirisha ya kule Jacaranda Jumapili ijayo tarehe 29 tutakuwa na Jacaranda. Tutakuwa na Jacaranda na tunaongea na Wakenya na tuko na haki ya kuongea na Wakenya. Wakitaka kupeleka sisi jela, tayari. Tulipigania demokrasia, tukaleta katiba mpya ambayo walikuwa wanapinga. Hii katiba imepatia Kenya uhuru ya kunena, uhuru ya kushirikiana, uhuru ya kuungana pamoja na kufanya kila kitu. Katiba inasema mpaka Wakenya wawe na free and fair transparent elections. Ushindi wetu ya kura milioni 2 haiwezi kuendelea na hawezi.
If you're watching our channel for the first time, allow me to request you with profound humility to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our videos. Raila Odinga, it's been long since we saw a very charged, emotional, vexed, and an angry Raila like the one we saw today. In fact, on Twitter, someone is saying that the Azimio leader whom we last saw flying to South Africa is not the one who came back. I like you seeing the term that he underwent a complete metamorphosis. Why do you think Raila appeared very annoyed? And I want to just be very short. If you ask me, I think the revelations that his votes were blatantly stolen really vexed him, because it must have rekindled the memories of 2007 and what he has gone through 2013, 2017, and now 2022. And Raila must have been thinking how, or just trying to remember what happened in Bomas and the machinations, and then how the Supreme Court thwarted all the prayers that they gave to them, all the 7 of them. Because the revelations came out from this company called Vanguard, and I think Raila, it reminded Raila of the struggle to occupy the most coveted house, State House, and how his votes have been stolen, because in that speech he was saying the international community, the IEBC and the courts. And I think this really made him very much annoyed, and that is the reason why he has even now defied the international community. He's now revisiting the story of Jacaranda, and it seems that the rallies have just started and Raila is not looking back. I think he's now looking at a luta continua. Number two, while Raila was away, even after the revelations that Raila won by 8 million to against the 5 million for Ruto, the Gachagua team kept on demonizing him and insulting him, and even to make it worse, they started threatening Raila when there were reports that he was going to hold a rally at Jacaranda. And if you have looked at Raila and studied his style of politics, Raila does not want someone who threatens him, because Raila knows very well that he has been detained for a period of 9 years. And if you look at the politicians who are in Kenya, the current politicians, Raila is the senior most politician. He has seen it all. He was there in 1982 when he was accused of the coup. Raila, struggled to oppose Moi until they worked together. He opposed Kibaki, they worked together. He opposed Uhuru Kenyatta, they worked together. So Raila feels that people like Rigathi Gachagua are young, politically speaking, compared to him. In his speech, Raila was saying that when he was struggling when they were trying to expand the democratic space, he was using some very, very tough terms that people like Rigathi Gachagua were still licking Nyayo boots. It was a very, very some bad term he was using there. And Raila does not want someone who threatens him. And I remember there was a time when Olelenku, I think Olelenku is now a governor. Olelenku was then the minister in the Office of Interior. There was a time he tried threatening Raila, and he told Raila that you have crossed the line. A red line, that is. And Raila told him that the red line that you think that I've crossed today, I crossed it long time ago. And Raila keeps on reminding them that I have been to jail, I have been to detention. Raila saw the second liberation when they were being tear gassed and all the live bullets. Raila survived when things were very tough during the Nyayo era, when they fought for the multipartism. So he always doesn't want someone who threatens him, especially if you're a junior politician. You see, Raila looks at Rigathi Gachagua as someone who was a civil servant then. He was a DC, DO then he became a member of parliament for one term, then all of a sudden he was a deputy president. So Raila looks at Rigathi Gachagua as someone who should not even try, should not even attempt to lecture him, because there's nothing that he has ever seen in politics. When they were struggling, Rigathi Gachagua was enjoying the trappings of power and dictatorship during the Nyayo era. So he didn't like the loose mouth of some quarters of the government. There was also another allegation, a heavy allegation, that Uhuru Kenyatta, together with his handshake partner, Raila Odinga, wanted to capture, detain, and or kill Wafula Chebukati, throw him to the Yala River. And Raila does not take it kindly that his friend is being demonized. Because in that speech, Raila told them off, and there was one question that people have been asking, and Raila revisited it, that with all the trappings of power that Uhuru enjoyed then, he was the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces, he held the sword, he controlled everything. If he wanted to kill Wafula Chebukati, then what stopped him? Because that is one question that William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua is not telling us. If you ask them, they're saying that it was by the grace of God that Wafula Chebukati is alive today. Be that as it may, yes, God protects everyone. But what really happened is something that we really need to know. Because if Uhuru wanted to murder him, what happened? They've gone ahead to say that there was a container full of blood that Kinoti, under the leadership of Uhuru Kenyatta, used to torture people. They kill them, then they are thrown into River Yala. But then when it comes to Chebukati, they allege that they did kill him because of the grace of God. So Raila does not like these allegations. If, and you will agree with me, you can dislike and hate Raila as much as you can. But you will agree with me that Raila's hand has never been soiled with blood. He might have his political weaknesses, but his hands have never been soiled with blood. In fact, there is a song that is being sung in every rally where Raila is. And whenever there are allegations of murder, they will always say, Onge ngama baba osenego. Just to mean that Raila is impeccable when it comes to killing. He has never killed anybody. You can ask in Nyanza, in Langata, where he contested as a member of parliament, when he was a prime minister. Raila might have other weaknesses, but Raila, you will agree with me, love him or hate him, he doesn't have a history of killing. If you look at all the other leaders that we have in the past or today, you will see allegations of murder being leveled against them. I don't want to go there because every Kenyan under our constitution is innocent until proven guilty. And I see a Raila who is looking at these people who try to demonize Uhuru Kenyatta while themselves are not clean at all. Because I remember Raila was asking, if you keep on telling us that someone wanted to kill Wafula Chebukati, then who killed Musando? Because Musando was killed at the height of the 2017 elections when he held the key to who was going to become the president of Kenya. He had, coiled and worked on the servers that it was believed that no one could ever interfere with the elections. And I think Musando just came on TV, on live TV, and made a speech that rattled his murderers, if you ask me, because he explained how it was going to be very difficult, almost impossible to rig that elections. And I think those who felt that it was a stumbling block to becoming or capturing power decided to do away with him. So Raila was asking, how do you tell us about allegations of someone who was almost killed or someone wanted to kill him, yet there are people who are dead already? And I remember he was trying to echo the words of Rosalind Akombe. Akombe was also one of the commissioners, and she had to flee for her life. And Akombe also tweeted last week saying that it is very funny in Kenya that we want to form a commission to inquire into allegations of murder, yet we have people who have been dead. So this really is one of the things that vexed Raila Odinga, if you ask me. Number 3, as a general, Raila wanted to show his people, both the supporters and the leaders, that he's mad at the impunity that is taking place, that their votes are rigged, and then the perpetrators of the same mischief are now talking ill of them. They kept on saying, wale watu ambao tuliwashinda. They talk as if, it's ni madharau. And I think he wanted to show the leaders, people like Kalonzo Musyoka, Martha Karua, people like Oparanya, that he is still in charge, and not only in charge, but is a general who is very mad and is ready to do anything. Because the fact is this, ladies and gentlemen, without Raila in the Kenyan politics, opposition will be dead. And this is the reason why William Ruto kept on saying during the campaigns that ataweka Raila kwa wheelbarrow na atampeleka Bondo. If you look at what is happening today, Raila amekataa kwenda Bondo. He's still there, rejuvenated, undergone a lot of metamorphosis, is even stronger than he was before. So Raila is not going home. And I think if you ask the fans, they're saying, huyu ndiye Raila ambaye tunajuanga. That's what they're saying. That's the Raila they know. The Raila of 202 and the Raila of 207. I don't know what happened in South Africa, but Raila came back a very mad man. What do you think, from your own opinion, made Raila to be very angry? Because it is the talk of the day. People are asking, we have seen Raila before, but what really happened? Because he's so mad, so emotional that, I don't know, we will keep an eye and see as things transpire politically, and maybe in Jacaranda the truth shall be known. In fact, they said that whatever they have given Kenyans is just a tip of an iceberg. They will soon reveal even how the elections of the members of parliament was done. And they're saying that it was in Central that suffered the highest election malpractices. So I think Raila Odinga is just mad. Maybe just thinks that now I should have been the president of Kenya. People would have not paid school fees, because the truth is, Kenyans are really struggling. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think, but that is really my take on this. Please share with me in the comment section what you think.